Here we go. Let's see.
Hello.
Hi, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
I know Cassandra, everyone's here, I think, trying to figure out how to get in though.
Okay, sounds good. I didn't know that we had to do chapter 10 too.
Oh my God, I haven't even finished.
Yeah,
reading
I
it.
haven't either. I mean, we're fine. Like if we have like the basis of everything.
Right. I don't know how, it kind of sucks that we meet on Mondays because we don't have time to read everything.
Yeah, no, exactly. But it also kind of forces you to like do it.
Right. I don't see John yet. Oh, hi, Janine.
Hi. Oh, there's John. From Lennon.
I haven't heard from her. I talked to her last night, but I haven't heard anything yet. Crazy you guys had an earthquake.
Yeah, it was. I was
Here.
Oh, awful.
all of a sudden the desk, the chair, everything starts shaking. I was like, oh my God.
It's just so scary because you can't do anything. You're like, I guess I'll just sit here and try not to die.
Because we've got a train track that runs like right behind our house.
Right.
So I was like, did a train derail? But then I was like, there's no noise. What the hell?
Yeah.
Only lasted probably about 10 seconds, but.
Feels like an hour.
Right. Well, and like I said, because we don't get them here, I was like, I was like, I'm gonna go to bed now. That's enough.
Right. Attempt to.
I think I laid in bed. Husband like asked him if like the news text him any alert about an earthquake happened. Had to have been an earthquake. No explanation.
By Cassandra.
Hey, what are you doing? Let me go to Thomas the train. Thomas, please. Can I have that? Thank you.
What? You're learning to make your new noises, huh? Yeah. You're really good at it. Sweating now. Ugh. Mommy hormones.
Has your hair started falling out yet?
Is what?
Started falling out yet?
No. Oh, yeah, actually, I've been shedding like crazy. Oh, my God. Huh. Until you, you've been losing some hair. We took him to our aunt and uncle's house last night, and he was just like screaming bloody murder for an hour straight, which he's never done. And so we're taking him to the doctor today, so it should be fun. That was a fun night, wasn't it?
Oh, kids.
Oh, baby.
That's my favorite part about being a nanny is I get to play with them and then I give them back.
Right. You're like, and here you go. Okay, let's see if Cassandra got it now. Text Lennon. So I don't even think we're talking about Chapter 10 today anyway. I think it's just, yeah, it says various sources of power and influence referenced by the textbook. It's like coercive power, information
like 5
power,
and 6.
reward. What? Sorry, right as you're taking
Like 5 and 6.
Right.
Leadership. Okay. Well, I mean, 10 is kind of like leadership and diversity. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me look at the
Yeah. Which is
prompt.
just like the globe studies and all that. Are you having fun over here? You want me to talk to you one more time? That's all. Thank you. There's so many screens up, it's impossible to keep track of. I know Cassandra's trying to get in. She just, her download plugin or whatever is not working.
Yeah, because she was the one who wasn't in our first one, right?
Yeah. And then Lennon, I know she was struggling on Friday when we tried to meet. She couldn't get in either. But I don't think she was trying to get in from her phone, but for whatever reason it wasn't working.
Okay.
Let go of my hair. Please let go of my hair. Let go. Thank you. Off there. You can hold on to this. Hello? Hello? Hi. I'm doing great right now until we come in an hour. Thanks. Bye. Okay. Let's see what Cassandra said, if anything. Jenna, are you on a Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I think Macs work better with it. And you're on an iPhone, right, Janine?
Yeah.
Also, Macs are just easier, like with the built-in camera and like everything.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that stuff. I couldn't even imagine like connecting a camera.
I know, hanging it to the top and
Yeah. Like old school.
right.
I was telling you, I have to get on from my iPhone because my Surface, which makes me laugh, 'cause it's a full product. And it's
Right. You have a rattle. Is that what you were holding?
Wait, where is our like description of the thing we're supposed to be talking about today? Isn't it under?
It should be posted, well, not in this chat, but I posted it with this when I did the invite. But basically, it's just situations in which you employed the various sources of power and influence.
Okay.
So like our own experiences with each of the powers.
Is Cassandra trying to connect from Hangouts, or is she trying to go into her email and click the link to it? Because she just
she went in the email, clicked the link, and then she had to download the software. And now she's like, "Am I in there? Do you see me?" No, maybe it's just to allow her camera access.
video chat, and I was like, well, I don't know that you need to hit chat. I think it just enter the call.
Make sure it allows. If not, we'll just start at 11 if people join in. Oh, here's Lennon. Nope, I got called into work. Okay, so Lennon's not going to be here.
Okay.
John, I think, is trying to get in somewhere. So I know I had the same problem as Cassandra when I first tried to do it. I had to download it like 10 times.
It was easy when you just called me and all I had to do was accept. That was like,
right.
I've been able to get in. It's definitely confusing. Like, all of us, our first time like doing Google Hangouts.
Oh my God, it's the worst. All right, so let's just start, and so we can get this done. Should we just go through like each of the powers that were talked about, and we could just kind of see who's had what experience with each one?
Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe. Okay. So.
Are you ready?
What?
Are you talking about the sources of power, like Chapter 5?
Yeah, Chapter 5.
Okay.
So, like, for instance, I had a job where I had information power. Like, it was just me and the owner. And he didn't know much. He just kind of wanted to sit there and count his money all day. But I had all the information, so when I went to quit, it was kind of like he was stuck in this bind of not knowing our clients or what they wanted. And that's where I had information power, because he didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a strong one to have. But, I mean, if people always say information is power.
Yeah. I would say it's kind of hard to tell, like, which ones are over. I would say I mean, like, with my job, like, maybe coercive power.
Right.
I mean, I have, like, different between, like, the kids, and, like, I basically, like, run a household of 9 kids, which is, like, craziness.
Yeah.
So, like, there's different powers, like, between each kid, and then, like, my power between my relationship with my bosses, like the mom and dad. So I would say, like, I have, like, total power. So I would say I have coercive power. But, I mean, there's obviously, like, all of these different types. Like, I feel like I probably have, like, a little bit of each, you know?
Right.
Of the different kinds of power. So.
Well, I thought it was weird that coercive and reward power were different, because you kind of use reward and punishment in the same kind of thing, you know? Like,
that's what I'm looking at right now, like, at the chart. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my last jobs I had, I was like the head trainer, so wrote all the schedules for the entire, like, front of house staff. So that was definitely word coercive power, and people knew it, and I mean,
right.
Trying not to abuse it, but you're like, oh, don't piss me off, because
yeah, because otherwise you're getting this, and what you're stuck with.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of referent power and, like, being a role model. Do you think, Jenna, you use that, you know, as being a nanny? Like, do you have to set an example in front of them, or they just kind of respect you as being?
Yeah, I would say the fact that, like, it takes a long time to develop, I would say referent power is definitely something that's happened over time. I think that with referent power and, like, the high follower, like, task satisfaction, I think that definitely because I have so many tasks to do, and because I have, it's just, like, such a widespread leadership role, I would say. Like, I have
Right.
like so much to do that that it definitely I would say referent power, and because it can diminish if it's overused. So I definitely could see that. Like, if I use power too much, like my power would completely go down.
Right.
And like, I think that's like when we were like looking at the topic, when I was thinking of like, you know, how you use your leadership and like when, like, I definitely think that there's a time where you can use too much leadership and when you can not use enough. You know, like there's definitely
in this position where you still have to have the kids like you, but you
exactly, yeah. Yeah, and I think like anywhere, like in the corporate world, like any job, like if you have a leadership role, like you need to let the people know that you are the leader, but at the same time you can't like push your power, because then you're going to ruin relationships with them. So it's definitely like you have to find a medium with those things.
Right.
In the corporate world. Oh, go ahead.
What? No, there you go.
I was just saying, I think in the corporate world, like something that I was always taught as a leadership role, like ask them to do something that you're not willing to do yourself.
Yeah.
It helps you not abuse that power.
No, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, and that's like the sticky situations, because obviously as a leader you have like the upper hand and you know that you are able to like give out these tasks to other people, but I definitely agree with that. Like, you don't want to be telling all these people to do things that you would never do. You know, like, oh, you want to know what? I'm better than you. Like, I'm going to tell you to do this, and that's hard too. But at the same time, like, tasks have to be done that no one wants to do. You know, and I think that's the hardest part about a leader. And like, I don't know, like an example with my kids is like when I'm telling them like, oh, like you guys, like we have to clean up. Like I keep like the house clean, and like obviously I'm not a maid, but like I tell the kids like you have to clean up after your mess. Like you have to do this, and then they're like, well, Jenna, why aren't you cleaning? And it's like, I didn't make the mess. You made the mess. Like, you know, and it's like little stuff like that with little kids. I mean, like, obviously, like a real person, like, you know, like people our age, like, no one would say that. But, I mean, that's like a good example, because as a leader in a leadership role, they don't understand, you know? Like, they're like, oh, you have power, we don't, you know? So, I don't know. My nanny situation sometimes I feel like aren't, you know, as applicable as like real life situations.
Well, yeah, because sometimes we do act like little kids in the workplace, you know. It's
That's
just kind
true,
of
yeah. I totally agree with that. And obviously, no, go ahead.
Chapter 6 at all, where it was kind of talking about influences and how credibility plays a role.
Wait, where in the textbook?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I just have to reference because there's so much. Like I want to look at it. What we're talking.
I know. I take notes and I look at it, but it was just kind of talking about how credibility is important and how you establish trust with your employees and what to do.
Oh, yes, right here. Dimensions and challenges. I have my textbook on my computer, so it's easy to look at.
Oh, that's easy.
It's on a Kindle. It was even cheaper than the regular textbook.
Oh, I bet. Okay. Well, it's just talking about how you have to be consistent in your behaviors, which I'm sure, once again, being a nanny, you have to especially be consistent with kids, and also integrity and sharing control with employees. I think that's huge, is letting employees have a say, which is kind of what we were talking about last week with relational power and being a democratic leader.
Yeah, and here I'm referencing like the dimensions and challenges of credibility, like competence, trustworthiness, dynamism. I don't even know how you say that. You know, and there's so many. I definitely agree that there's so many different. Credibility is like a huge thing for a leader. Like if people don't give credit for the things that you're doing. I hear something.
I hear that too. I don't know if someone's trying to ring in.
Call from John.
Hold on.
I just answered.
Yeah, answer that.
Okay.
Where'd Janine go?
He's trying to video chat me personally.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, okay.
I'll send him the invite again.
Yeah, because he was trying to. Hold on. Should we take a? Hold on. I feel bad because he's trying to get in.
I know. I just sent it again. Where'd you put the task file?
Okay.
I just sent John another invite. Let's see if he's messaging.
He was calling me. There he is.
You made it. Yay. Okay.
Oh, hello.
I see you on the video, but see me? I don't think they can.
Yeah, we
So I was
can't hear you. We can hear you.
How's it going?
Good. We're just kind of talking about Chapter 5 and what powers we use and
We're
what
kind of
experience
almost in chapter
we have
6.
with it, and then also influences and whatnot.
Yeah, I caught some of the conversation actually. You couldn't see me, so cool.
Okay.
Google
there we
Plus
go.
phone.
Now we can see you.
Okay, hey.
We were just talking about like credibility and like the different dimensions and like challenges of credibility and like why you need credibility as a leader, basically.
Okay. Yeah,
So
no one likes a leader like that. Just kind of asserts themselves, because they, what is it called? Legitimate power, I think. Like where you just kind of reside on that. You're like, I'm the boss, so you have to listen to me.
Yeah.
I think no one likes that.
I think with credibility too is nobody likes a boss that like have that comes in and you don't know them, but they're like, oh, this is my way, and you're like, whoa, I've been here for 5 years. Who are you?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's always some pushback with that. I guess you want someone that you respect, and that takes time.
Yeah, what that's what we were talking about with Taylor. What was the other type of leader?
Oh, I
That
forget.
it takes time. There's like a type of leadership that like takes time and you have to build upon it. You can't just become a referent power.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes time. Like you can't just develop a role as a leader like that. Like people have to trust you. You have to show them that you can be a leader. Stuff like that.
Well, we're at our 10-minute mark. I know it said 10 to 12 minutes, and I don't want to go over. I mean, is there anything else you guys wanted to discuss?
I think you did a pretty good job at covering.
Yeah, you guys hit all the points. Like I was listening to you talk. I wanted to talk about pretty much. So.
Okay.
Hey, John, do you have anything to add? Like any comments, anything that we were like talking about? If you didn't get a chance to talk,
I think it'd be kind of just beating a dead horse. I think you covered it.
Okay,
perfect. Well, I will edit out the beginning where we're all kind of sitting here. If you guys get a chance, I did a discussion board. There's a thing due tomorrow where we submit the 5 topics we want to do our project on.
Okay.
And me and Lennon kind of narrowed it down if you want to go look at them. I mean, I'm sure you
I'll go right now. You can figure it out.
Yeah. And then I'll just submit it.
Okay, that sounds good. That's
all right, guys. I will see you next week.
This was way more successful than last week.
Yes.
All right, take care, ladies.
All right, talk to you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.